I am very sorry for these late reviews. This past week has been very hectic for me because my mom just went into surgery, her first ever surgery this week, and that's been like 4 days right there, just in the hospital, coming home, getting her back in her usual thing. She had to sleep in my bed, she couldn't get onto her bed, so really it's just been a family issues, whatever like that. So I hope you understand, but I do have a bunch of movies to review that I have seen, and I am truly honestly seeing them because a lot of people for some reason don't believe me when I see 5 or 4 movies in like 2 days in a row. This is the truth. I've done it, and I did it now. Let's talk about it. But first we gotta start off with a sequel that I was really looking forward to. Kingsman: The Golden Circle. This movie is directed by Matthew Vaughn, who also directed Kick-Ass, X-Men First Class, and also the first Kingsman, which is an awesome movie. I very much enjoy this movie. I enjoy it a lot more than Spectre that came out freaking 3 years ago. That movie is ugh. So now we're here, guys. The sequels come out, and I have been looking forward to this movie. I really like the first one. Obviously, I own it. And I was really just looking forward to it. Then I heard this movie was originally going to be like a 3-hour movie, and then they cut off a lot of it, and the running time right now is 2 hours and 21 minutes. I was like, wow, this is a movie, man. So I walked in there all excited, and I walked out saying this. I felt the same way walking out of this movie like I walked out of Guardians Volume 2. And if you know me, I like Guardians 2 a lot. But I do not love that movie as much as the first one, and overall there are some major problems with that movie. I feel the same exact way with this movie. First things first, main storyline is after their base, the Kingsman and everything in London, whatever, gets destroyed by Julianne Moore, who owns this company, the Golden Circle. They go over to America where they meet the Statesman, which is Jeff Bridges, Channing Tatum, and the guy from Game of Thrones, whatever, with the whip, and they team up together, whatever, and they go and tag Julianne Moore, and that's basically the storyline. There's a lot of stuff the trailers don't show, and I'm not going to tell you because it's a lot of spoilers, but I will say this. Matthew Vaughn is a good director. I don't care if this movie is not as good as the first one. Matthew Vaughn did a great job in this movie. You could definitely feel like he didn't like half-ass it. Like you could tell he was like, I'm gonna frame this shot, we're gonna plan this out, because the opening scene is probably the best scene in the entire movie, for me at least. I very much enjoyed Matthew Vaughn. You could definitely feel his style, his dialogue, all that stuff is there. But he definitely got more of that budget, you know, because the first one was such a success. Listen, this movie really just, it goes for it. And the first one, the first one has moments of them going for it. I mean, for real, in the first movie, their big major evil plan was people's heads blowing up. This movie is that, but the entire movie. The movie is way too big. And I know, sequel, bigger, better, and all kind of stuff. That's not always the case. And sometimes, it's mostly that's not the case. This movie, you can tell they got more of that budget. A lot of more CGI. And I'm not a big hater on CGI. I like CGI. But you can tell they were like, let's get some CGI. Let's go overboard. Let's go for that fun. And there is fun to be had. There is so much fun. Taron Egerton as Eggsy. Listen, he is awesome. He's a great leading man. I personally believe, just in my belief, he would have made a great Han Solo, just saying. But he was great as Eggsy, hands down. What's his name? Martin Strong? That's his name, right? I forget. Bald head dude. He was great as his second-hand man, whatever. And you could definitely, in this one, their relationship felt more stronger, because towards the end of the first movie, their relationship was really strong after Colin Firth happened. We'll get to him in a minute. But I thought Mark Strong, whatever it is, it's strong. It's Mark Strong. That's it. I'm smart, right? Yep. Anyways, their relationship was good, whatever. I enjoyed them. I really enjoyed the scenes when they interacted with the Statesman, with Jeff Bridges and Channing Tatum. But yeah, those are like, 10 minutes of the movie. Listen, I don't know, just like Mother, there are some very big false advertisement. I know a person right now who is going to go see this movie because she thinks Channing Tatum is so hot and she wants to see Channing Tatum. And I'm going to tell this person, Channing Tatum is in this movie for 10 minutes. Listen, they false advertise Jeff Bridges and Channing Tatum a lot. They are not in this movie at all, basically. They're in very, very small scenes. And the scenes they're in, they're awesome. Channing Tatum is awesome and Jeff Bridges is awesome. Really enjoyed them. We need more Statesmen, honestly. And the guy from Game of Thrones, he was a cool character, then they did something with his character, and I was like, alright, I don't really give a crap anymore. So he was alright until something happens. Julianne Moore was over the top, hands down. I'm sorry, when you eat one of your henchmen that's like a burger or whatever, yeah, you're going way too far. The movie, yeah, I'm telling you guys, this movie gets really ridiculous with robotic dogs. And a singer cameo that I don't want to spoil, that it was funny at first, and then it kept going, and I was like, alright, next scene, please. But now, my biggest criticism out of all those things that bother me, the Statesman, Julianne Moore, the over-the-top action, just too much silliness, this bothered me a lot. This is a spoiler alert for the first film. In the first film, Colin Firth gets shot in the face. He died, and the trailer's set, and you see him with an eye patch, you're like, he's obviously back. So me going in, I was like, alright, I gotta have a solid reason why he is back. And I was hoping to God it wasn't a twin brother. I will say this, it's not his twin brother. I was like, thank you, Lord. But that does not excuse the thing they tell us why he is back for. I will not spoil why he is returned, why he is alive. I will not spoil it, but in my opinion, it was dumb as shit. I'm sorry. That was stupid. There is no reason for him to be back. Especially how his character in the movie was supposed to teach Eggsy to become what he is in this movie. So him bringing him back, there is no point. I will admit, Colin Firth is awesome in this movie. There are some really funny scenes with him. There's some cool action scenes. But truly, you did not need him, especially with this cast. I mean, you have Channing Tatum. Why not just use him as Eggsy's new second-hand dude? Him and Mark Strong were doing very well. There was no point of bringing Colin Firth back. And I'll give this movie another positive just on the side of my head. There are some character deaths in this movie, one very early on and one later in the movie, that I did not expect. I will admit, there are some deaths in this movie. I was like, alright, I didn't expect that. And there's also another death that I don't want to spoil, but I was like, why did you do that, movie? You could have used that character, and maybe in the third movie, you could have done a lot with that character. They were like, nope, dead. I was like, oh, that sucks. Overall, this review's gone overboard, just like this movie. There is a lot happening in this movie. But down to earth, I will say this. Kingsman: The Golden Circle, I will buy it on Blu-ray. I will watch it again. I will enjoy watching it. The movie is fun, guys. It really is a fun. Truly deep down there is fun. But there's a lot of stuff wrong with it, and it is definitely not as good as the first one. I will give Kingsman: The Golden Circle a C+. Again, it is a decent movie. I didn't love it. I'm disappointed, but I do want to see a third one. I want to see a third one and end the trilogy. Just end it. It'll be fine if you tell me. I mean, they did set up a lot of things too, so I was like, okay, we need to see a third film, please. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye, guys.